everybody, welcome back. I hope everybody's doing good today. I'm doing great. Always excited to be bringing you guys some more work from home job opportunities. So you guys already know I don't waste any time. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. Okay, everybody, so let's go ahead and get into these leads. We do have all part-time jobs today, and we have some pretty good ones, so let's get into it. The first one is coming from the company Corporate Chaplains of America, and they're looking for a part-time chaplain, virtual care chaplain, okay? They do have, specific states and stuff on here, and so check those out. I'm not sure if you have to be in those states because they also have U.S. as well, so, I'm not sure about that. But you are going to get paid $21 an hour with this job. You'll be making about $126 per shift. And so one thing I like about this job is you're going to be working from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You'll be working about 29 hours per week. They're going to provide you with training and virtual supervision, okay? So with this job, you need to be able to step in as needed for local chaplain support, such as emergency hospital visits or similar local emergency situations. You'll answer incoming calls, texts, and messaging as they're received during your assigned shift, and you're going to analyze and appropriately respond to spiritual and physical needs of callers through care, prayer, and sharing the gospel with permission. You're going to accurately record and report data during and following each shift. So you will need to maintain and adhere to the CCA standard operating procedures and promote the importance of consistent evangelism, including the responsible sharing of the gospel, and with permission, lead the lost to a salvation experience. You're going to strive to build and maintain clear two-way communication and trust throughout CCA, and display and promote a team player attitude with fellow chaplains and managers. You're going to comply with requests and direction from senior CCA leaders and lead or participate in biblical devotions, worship, and prayer as needed. And you're going to support the ministry of CCA through regular intercessory prayer and be able to assist with conducting funeral services as needed. And so with this job right here, you will need a strong personal relationship with Jesus Christ and calling of God to the ministry of corporate chaplain services, spiritually mature Christian, commitment to CCA's Christian mission, agreement with CCA's statement of faith, also alignment with CCA's core values and missionary mindset, active participation in a local Christian church, demonstrated personal integrity and lifestyle, and also you do need to be able to excel in all areas, possess a computer and smartphone necessary for receiving calls and documenting activities, also be able to submit all reports on time and regularly attend online team meetings, training opportunities, or other meetings called by CCA leadership. You need to be able to multitask, and they would prefer a minimum of a bachelor's degree in biblical studies from an accredited college or university. Also, seminary student, active or retired missionary, international locations allowed, fluent in English, elders and deacons, seasoned Bible study group leaders, and you do need to be able to use a computer and software such as Microsoft Word and Excel, internet and cell phone, and they'd like for you to have had previous telephone, customer service, messaging experience in a call center. That's a plus. Also, the ability to respond effectively to the most sensitive inquiries or situations. So let's move on to this next job right here, and I really like this one because this is going to be a no-phone job as a client experience associate working part-time. And with this job right here, you're going to be responding and resolving customer requests and questions via chat and email. So no phone involved, which is always great. You're going to escalate customer issues and help develop best practices for efficient customer engagement. You're going to assist with KYC, AML operations, account onboarding, and technical troubleshooting, and translate customer needs into recommendations for CX and engineering. And so this is going to be an opportunity to directly influence the Titan roadmap. And so the schedule is going to be Monday through Thursday, 27 hours a week. So Monday you'll work 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then you'll work Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So they want you to have 2+ years of experience in a customer experience or service role. If you have the 7+6 license or experience at another financial firm, that's a plus, but it's not required. Demonstrated skill and ability to handle assorted customer questions and issues, including challenging matters, resourcefully and with completeness and empathy. They want you to be skilled at troubleshooting technical issues and determining the right questions to ask, and have exceptional written and communication skills, along with acute attention to detail. They want you to be familiar with customer intercom, Zendesk, or other customer support platforms. So if you are familiar with those platforms, make sure that that is on your resume, so that way when you apply for this job, you will be able to get through ATS, because they're most likely going to have some of these as keywords in order for you to get through ATS, okay? So this job has a really good pay. You're going to make between $25 and $45 an hour. That's really great for part-time income. So let's move on to the next job, and this one is coming from the company Firsthand, and they're looking for a coding and billing specialist. So this company does have a vaccination policy right here. Make sure to check that out to see if, that works for you. And so with this job right here, you're going to be working about 15 to 20 hours per week. Aside from occasional trainings and meetings, work days and hours are extremely flexible, which is great. And so with this job right here, you'll appropriately code services, procedures, diagnosis, and treatments. You'll verify that the assignment of international classification of diseases, current procedural terminology, and healthcare common procedural coding codes are compatible, appropriate, and accurate for billing. You'll use medical terminology to understand clinical documentation and determine if it appropriately supports diagnosis, and you'll review all individual visit encounters for completeness and accuracy in all services rendered. You're going to educate firsthand advanced practice nurses, nurses practitioners, and other team members on proper code selection, documentation, procedures, and requirements, and provide technical guidance to APNs, NPs, and other team members in identifying and resolving issues or errors such as incomplete or missing records and documentation, ambiguous or non-specific documentation, and codes that do not conform to approved coding principles and guidelines. You will prepare and submit claims for payment and correct rejected claims. They'd like for you to have 2+ years of experience as a medical billing and coding specialist, leveraging an electronic health record system, and someone that's able to gain proficiency in Firsthand EHR, clearinghouse, and other billing software systems, have a strong knowledge of ICD-10, CM, and CPT coding guidelines, medical terminology, state and federal Medicare reimbursement guidelines, and English grammar and usage. You do need to be proficient in medical terminology, be able to read and interpret medical procedures and terminology, and have excellent written and verbal communication skills, and be able to maintain working relationships with Firsthand's APNs, NPs, clinical documentation integrity specialists, and other team members. You also need to be able to multitask and have a high school diploma and medical coder certification such as CPC, AAPC, CCS, or AHIMA, okay? It will be bonus points if you have a CRC certification from AAPC. And so with this job, you will make between $18 and $20 an hour. So the next job is coming from Dragonfly, and they're looking for a part-time technical recruiter. And so with this job right here, you're going to be working 5 to 20 hours a week. This is a remote role. Preference will be given to candidates located within the Hampton Roads, Richmond corridor of Virginia, to foster greater collaboration and regional alignment. So if you're there, you will have a better chance of getting this job. You still can apply for this job regardless of where you're living in the U.S. And so you will source and attract candidates for technical roles such as systems engineers, security architects, security engineers, GRC analysts, vulnerability asset analysts, system administrators, IM engineers, developers, and Linux patch management specialists. You're going to develop screening questionnaires and tailored interview questions to assess technical and cultural fit, and conduct initial video screenings to evaluate candidates' qualifications, communication skills, and overall fit for the role. You will perform reference checks and validate candidates' career history, and manage a robust pipeline of candidates for suitable positions, ensuring a steady flow of potential hires. You're going to promote open roles across job boards and social media platforms to maximize visibility and attract qualified talent, and manage candidate communication. You're going to collaborate with hiring managers to present candidates and provide detailed recommendations to key stakeholders, and utilize ATS systems and recruiting tools such as LinkedIn to manage candidate pipelines and sourcing efforts. This job is flexible and part-time. Again, you're going to be working 5 to 20 hours per week between 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so you will need a minimum of 2 years of recruiting experience in the consulting industry with a focus on IT services and cybersecurity roles. Also, strong working knowledge of ATS platforms and sourcing tools, experience developing, screening, and interview questions for technical roles, and be able to learn new software and navigate new software applications to perform the responsibilities of the role. They also want you to have experience in promoting open roles across job boards and social media platforms, be able to work effectively in a collaborative virtual environment, and excellent communication, organizational, and relationship building skills. There is an hourly wage and commission available for the role, and that will be discussed during the interview process. So next up, we have a job with the company Imagine Learning. Now check them out because they do have other part-time jobs as well, but this is going to be a job as an online tutor, and so you can work from any states across the U.S. They do have it to where you can work in a hybrid capacity in specific offices, which are on the screen for you right now. But this is going to be a part-time job right here. You're going to make between $18 and $21 an hour. And so with this job right here, you're going to provide one-on-one synchronous tutoring through chat, text, and audio communication across multiple grade levels and subject areas based on experience and content knowledge. You'll coach and provide content support to students across company platforms and provide high-quality instruction with the goal of supporting conceptual understanding. You'll develop, prepare, and deliver synchronous instruction to students needing targeted interventions, and use resources and instructional-based best practices to provide effective instruction. You'll self-manage based on team metrics and participate in continuous professional growth activities. You'll collaborate with colleagues to develop and implement instructional best practices and attend and participate in professional development sessions. You'll complete the company and synchronous education services onboarding program, including the new hire mentor process, and communicate professionally with all stakeholders. And so they want you to have a bachelor's degree in education or a related field and at least 1 year of K-12 tutoring or teaching experience directly related to duties or an acceptable combination of education and experience. Current or past teaching certification is preferred, bilingual fluency preferred for French-Spanish positions, and proficiency in 2 or more of the following subject areas. So social studies, English language arts, mathematics, science, Spanish, or French. Prior experience teaching or tutoring in a blended or online environment is preferred, and proficient with the content offerings to support students in grade levels as assigned across the company. Also, highly motivated, self-starter, proficient in Microsoft Outlook, and at least one online blended learning platform. You must be willing and able to successfully obtain a fingerprint clearance within the first 2 weeks of employment. So those are all of the jobs that I have for you today. You guys already know if you're interested in any of these jobs, head to that description bar. You will be able to find the direct links there. If you guys have any questions or comments, make sure to leave those below. And you guys know that I appreciate you so much for watching. I will see you in my next video tomorrow. Good luck to everyone who applies for the jobs.